Nikki, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. All right, guys. I hope that didn't double play because I'm not using my microphone today, so I hope this turns out okay as far as the volume. Let's get into this. Today is Friday. Yay! January the 27th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, um, it wasn't my favorite. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's some trickery going on, but it wasn't my favorite episode. So for me, it was a 6. But you guys tell me what you think in the comments, like about it. All right, let's get into it, guys. So we see Carly and Drew. So they are just enjoying being with each other and um just hoping that Nina is a match for Willow. So then we go to Sonny gives Carly a call and he lets her know that Nina is not a match. So they're devastated by this. And Carly says, I was supposed to bring Wiley to see Michael. So they're going to do that. So then we see Michael and Willow, and she just he's just telling her to be strong. Everything is going to work out fine. They'll find another way, and she's going to be there for them. And so Terry comes in and she lets them know there is another procedure. She's spoken to the doctor, and they can use the placenta. And at first Willow is like, no, no, ma'am. If it's gonna hurt the baby, no, she said. But the baby's gonna be fine. We just need to use the umbilical cord, the placenta. There, and so this is another option. It is a safe option, and at this point, unless a bone marrow donor comes through marrow donor comes through, they are out of option, and this is their best one. So at this time, Willow, Carly and Drew come through with Wiley, and they're just so happy to see him and everything. So they're, I told y'all, honorable mentions. So then we see Carly goes out and she talks to Michael, and he tells her everything that's going on, and there's another possible way that Willow can be saved. And so she says, well, do you think she'll do it? And he says, Willow's being stubborn. She'll do anything to protect this baby. And how can he tell her, no, you can't do that? So he's not going to put his foot down and be like, because he doesn't feel like he has the right to tell her what to do with her body and everything. So, but he's just praying that she makes the right decision. And they go inside, and Willow is making the right decision. She's going to go ahead and induce labor so that they can try to save her. And so they're just happy about that. So then we see Ava and Nina, right? We see Ava and Nina are talking, and as they're talking, Nina is just in a bad way. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm not a match for Willow. She's dying, and I couldn't help her. I couldn't save her. And now I'm going to Britt's funeral memorial at the hospital. I said, say what now? But okay, if y'all okay, I'm on it. It's the soaps. So she's going to this um remembrance of Britt at the hospital, and she says, so I'm burying my cousin, and then I have my daughter that's dying. And she just tells Nina, I can't, excuse me, Nina just tells Ava, I can't do it. I can't lose her. She said, even if I just found out she was my daughter, I just the thought of not being around. And she was like, and Carly, that B, she's the reason for all of this. She could have told us earlier. And Ava does try to be she doesn't try to pick a side. She just says, Nina, Carly didn't know about Nell until after she was dead. And she was like, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that she didn't say anything. And she said then she turns around and doesn't say anything about Willow. And it's like everyone's gonna forgive her. Oh, you protected Willow, and you protected the family from the big bad wolf Nina. And she's gonna be forgiven, but oh, I could never be forgiven for anything. And I said, well, I don't know, girl. I don't know at this point. I don't know, because that's pretty much how it is. But Ava just tells her, keep hope. Hold out hope, because um there could be something that happens, and everything works out for you. So just hold out hope that Willow will come around. She said, well, they don't need my bone marrow, so what do they need me for? They don't need me for anything, so there's no point in point in it in. But Ava's just be optimistic about it, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. So then Carly talks to Drew, and she tells him there's hope. There is hope for Willow, and she tells him about the procedure that can be done. Well, she doesn't tell him about the procedure. She just hugs him, and oh Lord, Nita done made it to the hospital, and she sees this, and I said, oh Jesus, here we go. Here we go with this. So then we see Ava get on the phone with Dimitri, and she pretty much like, get Nicholas out of there. And he says, let's negotiate this. And she said, ain't no negotiation, Dimitri. Get him out of there. That's my place. I want him gone. I said, all right. And so then Dimitri is talking to her about, I mean, she tells him that she's not gonna be in there yet because she still got some things in the city she got to take care of. Because you know, Spoon Island, you got to go out on the island. So then we see Martin, and he's on the elevator, and he looks at somebody. He says, oh, you some, and then Martin's gone. So I was like, what happened to Martin? But whoever he was looking at, he clearly knew who it was, because he was like, how dare you come and try to, I guess, talk to him or summon him. And so then we see Victor, and Victor is like, tell me where my son is, y'all. And they were like, it's dangerous, we can't get down there. And he was like, I will triple the rate, you get down there and find my son. And so then Alexis, she's like, oh, Victor, like running up to him. She was like, we need to talk. And then he was like, he really don't have time for this right now, Alexis, is what he's saying. But she want to talk about Nicholas and all that kind of stuff. And he tells her that Nicholas is moving, like he lost Windermere in the divorce with Ava. He giving it up and all that. And they're like, oh my goodness. So then Laura comes bursting in, and she says, you went too far this time. And they were like, what's going on? And she said, Valentine is dead. And he said, what? And so she proceeds to tell him that she got a call from Paris, and they found his body. They still haven't identified the other bodies, but they believe it's Anna and Lucy. So as of right now, it looks like Valentine has died. And Victor was like, no, not my son, my son. And she was like, well, you didn't care nothing about him. So they going back and forth in this. I said, what's going on here? So then Victor, he getting on the phone trying to get some help or get answers. And Laura says, Alexis tells Laura, you did a wonderful job. I said, wonderful job. And so then we realized that they all know that Valentine is not dead, and that they're just faking all of this for Victor, like by telling him that they think they drowned in the water because there was some kind of explosion, and Valentine and Anna and all of them were down there, and they found Valentine's body. So they both agree, yeah, we're doing a wonderful job, and we just got to keep this up and everything. So then we see Alexis goes back to Victor, and she says, I'm so sorry for your loss. Valentine and I were not close at first, but we grew to have a liking to each other. And he says, I'm going to find my son. He won't. He refuses to believe that his son is gone. So he's like, I'm going to find him. Don't worry, because he's still on the phone telling people, look, I don't care how much it costs. Look for my son. I said, well, Victor, because Anna had told Victor already, why you acting like you care when you were the one who used Charlotte against him? He said, but I wasn't trying to kill him. I said, Victor, oh God, let's move on. I know I'm hitting this hard, y'all, but I mean, honestly, I told you the episode was a 6, so I was watching it like, oh my gosh, feels like this has went on a long time today. Let's move on. So, anyways, he doesn't believe he's dead. So then we go and we see that Felicia and Robert have Martin, and the next thing you know, they unblindfold him, and Lucy come hopping out. Y'all know I love me some Lucy. So Lucy comes hopping out in her little white sweater, and she's like, Martin, and he was like, Lucy, oh my gosh. And so they were telling about how everybody's in on the plan, and how Laura, they were like, don't you think it's cruel to let Charlotte think you're dead? He said Laura knows exactly what to say to Charlotte. So I guess this is one of the reasons they grew the little girl up, because maybe she and Valentine had some kind of code or whatever. But anyways, so they're all ecstatic and happy, and Felicia tells Valentine, because they all break off, right? So Felicia tells, was Mac in this, or did I just put him in there? I don't remember. But anyways, Felicia tells Valentine, yeah, that was supposed to be Anna, not Mac. My bad, y'all. She tells Valentine, if you hurt Anna, that's on you. I'm gonna get you for that if you hurt Anna or whatever. He was like, duly noted. And so they all excited and thinking, okay, what we gonna do next? Because we gotta keep Valentine off his game and make him think, not Valentine, but Victor off his game, and make him think Valentine is dead. And Felicia said, I got you on that. We're gonna keep doing it, because they're gonna make it so that Victor feels so guilty that he confesses something, and they'll finally get closer to getting uh finding out that he murdered Luke. I said, okay, I don't know. Anyways, so then Lucy and Martin go to the back, and they're all ecstatic and excited to be with each other. And she just tells him, I wasn't gonna let Victor win. There's no way he was gonna take me out. And so, anyways, child, they just happy to be together, and he thanks her for coming back to him and everything. And they having, they grown, they having their little romantic time too. And y'all, that was General Hospital Day. I know it was a short review, but I told you I'm not gonna do long reviews on episodes that wasn't really that much. It was a good episode, but it wasn't that much to it besides really the Victor and Valentine thing, just as far as him believing that he's dead. That was interesting to me. I hate to say this, but I'm kind of checked out of the whole Willow storyline. It's like, girl, I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to do the live tonight, but I'll make that up some other time. But thank you guys so much for watching. It is the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. If you go out, be safe, be blessed. I will see you Monday for all new episodes of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.